Hey everybody, welcome to Political Hillbilly Channel, where you will get a big old bowl of truth and reality. So everybody sit back, take your shoes off, stay a while. We're gonna have some fun now.
God damn it, hillbilly, pay attention. Pay attention to texts, and these good people will tell you when you're messing up. Oh my God, hillbilly. Oh well, let's get on back to this. Why did it take me so long to bring up text? Hillbilly, you know you mess up. Good morning all. Today is July 16th, 2017, and it is a Sunday morning, so get ready for some Sunday morning gospel truth. Now, I'm not going to go out and say that I went and proclaimed myself to be a reverend, but today it is Reverend Hillbilly, okay? Reverend Hillbilly. I want to give a couple special shout-outs here before we get going, and one of them may be to Mr. and Mrs. THC Get You High. Yes, sir. As we know, Hillbilly got some new art. We're introducing a new Hillbilly character. Now, this is original. This is by the goodness of a great artist, Mrs. THC. And I went past my allotted 48 hours, and the bogus copyright claims of the haters, I'm telling you, on a flat earth, man, we need to get together and give them some loving on Sundays and ignore them Mondays through Saturdays. I'm here to tell you, people, can I get an amen? Amen, Mr. Hillbilly. Anyways, thanks to Mrs. THC, I got something original, and as you can see, it is professionally done. So now, as the trolls steal my channel art, by all means, bring it to my attention with their channel name, and let's start shutting these trolls down. You will not do this to me anymore. Speaking of trolls, did we see the troll Sly Sparkane get his ass whooped by one and only Mr. Mark Sargent, or no, Rob Skiba. Who was it? Mark Sargent or Rob Skiba? Yeah, it was Rob Skiba. Yes, it was. Boy, Sly Sparkane, you know what? When I listened to your video via Rob Skiba in fast motion, because that's all you can do is rumble your lips there, Mr. Sly Sparkane. So, as I'm listening to it, I hear you whining your fool ass off about where they get their data. But you got to admit that there's tracking websites for these here GPS equipment. Right, jackass. And they also showed you where they recorded that very GPS data. Saying your dumbass has to ask where they got that data. Oh my God. And then cry like it's not being displayed when it was displayed. Jesus Christ, Sly Sparkane. But let's go to show you the hypocrisy of it. You know, when you try to debunk that failing debunking of my video of the is that Mrs. THC there? Is Mrs. THC in here under a name I don't know? Because if that is her, I want to wrench her up. Oh my God, good. I'm thinking it is. I knew her name at one time, but I didn't. I forgot it. Hey, Hillbilly. Hey, let's do some shout-outs here, then we'll get back to Mr. Sly Sparkane and his willful stupidity. Flat Earth Sorcerers in the house, cause Sky Fiber, my good old buddy, Mr. Vincent Pace. Special shout out to you. I should have put you up there too on the shout outs. Well, you are on the scrolly shout outs, but we all know Vincent P does all kind of work in the background there to keep this Flat Earth community as tight as it possibly can be and try to remove the drama. Wendy Blanks in the house. Good morning, Wendy. Hugs. Oh, Happy Ray. Man, I love that man's name. Oh, happy days for old Happy Ray. Yes, sir, Mr. Cause, Wendy Banks, Vinny P. Okay, there we go. I think I got it all. And being that there was only one name that I didn't see, and that wasn't wrenched up, and then he talks about Mrs. THC. Let me go ahead and take a good leap, and whoops, gotta scroll that down a little bit more. Scroll down, Hillbilly, and mod that up there in case any trolls come in. What an artist this woman is, man. Check this out. You know, after I got this picture, and I got to looking at it, each little detail started popping out. I stared at this picture for 10 minutes, fell in love. The original diagram, or draft, yeah, get it out, Hillbilly. The original draft, I only asked for 2 additional things. A cigar and a patch on the knee. But pay attention to what all the extra stuff this woman did. Put that little pretty marijuana leaf right up there, because we do know that THC is one of God's good green herbs. And the healing factors that can come from it. You have people in societies that's dumbed down to think, oh, there ain't no healing factors in it. But yet when they burn themselves or get a slight cut on their finger, they'll go to their local aloe vera plant, snap it off, rub a little bit of that cream on it, and get a little cooling sensation for their burn, or a little bit of clotting and healing factor for their cut. So herbs and plants do heal. So shout out to Mrs. or Mr. and Mrs. THC Get You High. Let's see, let's get back here in text. Oh, and a shout out to another, once again, provable good person who that's not like-minded in the beliefs of earth shape or spin or being stationary. And once again, that's Mr. Anderson. You are stepping above and beyond any troll, that's for sure, here on YouTube. And for that, and giving us the ability to respectfully agree to disagree, thank you. Now, back to that bitch slapping Rob Skiba was giving Sly Sparkane. Wasn't that something, man? Wasn't that something? Sly, you complained about not having data up there, but yet on your failed debunking of my video, I displayed my property, my visual property. What was it? Data. In your failed debunking where it's provable that you lied about using my math, that's the very reason why you didn't show your data. Hence, your visual properties. You're a hypocrite, once again, Sly. You are provable that it is provable that you whack them trolls. Warning, troll alert. Trolls. Why you want to come in and drop your trowels and take a shit on the floor of the hillbilly paradise? Huh? Go get a little Chris Rock song. Listen to a little bit of Hillbilly Paradise. See if it don't grab you by the heart. Then come back to the hillbilly heaven and see if you can't show a little bit respect. But until then, my mods is just going to whack your ass off. Yes, they are. And I'm going to sit back and laugh at your cognitive dissonance, your willful ignorance, your personal stupidity. You know, you cannot be willfully ignorant and be a troll 2 years on flat earth, because ignorance is that of somebody who is just uninformed about a particular subject matter. After being a troll of 2 years, you're not uninformed. I know you're trying to play the 3 monkeys, but I'm going to call you the 4th monkey, okay? Now, the first monkey, he'll put his hands up over his ears, see? And he'll say, I hear no evil. The second monkey, he'll put his hands up over his eyes and he'll say, I see no evil. Third monkey, he'll put his hands up over his mouth and he'll say, I speak no evil. But you guys are the 4th monkey. I'm here to tell you. You guys don't have your hands up over your ears, nor your eyes, nor your mouth. You just done a 180 and about face 180, and you put your back to the facts. Yes, sir. You just plain out ignore them. After 2 years of trolling flat earth. Yes, sir. There's the argument of water in a stationary rest position can only be measured to be flat, regardless the shape of the container, regardless the length of the container. Whether it be in your toilet bowl where you trolls drink out of, or your bathtub, or an Olympic-sized swimming pool, or one of the Great Lakes, it's always flat. You might try to say, oh, it's a super mirage, as it's missing the very properties of super mirages, the inversion, to explain it away. That just goes to show that you're not willfully ignorant. It goes to show you're plain ass stupid. And you are that 4th monkey. So let's get back to that special one. Slash Sparkane, slash Sparkane, slash Sparkane. Sly, you got your fucking head handed to you on a silver platter. On a silver platter. I know you're too ignorant to leave it alone. So, once again, here in a minute, I'm going to go to Sly Sparkane's video, because I did go there and start to watch just a few minutes of it, so when you see it redline, unlike Sly Sparkane's lie when he tried to debunk me on his little 4-minute video explaining YouTube algorithm. That jackass lied to his viewers when he went ahead and fast forward to the time mark I specified, and then tried to call me a liar because the video wasn't fully loaded. A 4-minute video, but I played it in its entirety. By the time I got up to the 2-minute mark, instead of fast forwarding to the 2-minute mark like he did in his lie, his slander of one good hillbilly. Yes, sir. In his lie, Sly Sparkane. Let's go ahead and let me do that. Let me do that. Bring up a tab. Because now I got even faster internet speed. And I'm going to be honest about that. Whoops. I'm going to be 100% honest about that. I now got a faster connection than I had at the time when this happened. But still, I was on DSL with 20 megs down and 2 megs up. Alright? I wasn't on an old 56K modem, Ty. No, sir. Hillbilly was rocking with high speed. Now I'm even higher. So let me do that. Let's see, where's my OBS? Get that hillbilly character out of the way just for a second. So I want to go screen up and convert. Fade. There we go. Now let's go to the old Sly Sparkane video. Let's prove Sly lies. Sly Sparkane. There's the lying little idiot right there, right on top. Made that convenient. Made that convenient. Now see, when Larry Moore, somebody I give a special shout out again to, was here last night, and I'm going to tell you how God talked to me through Larry Moore here in a little bit. I started to watch a little bit there, Sly. See that little red mark right there? That's not in your thumbnail. That's why I started to watch it a little bit. Then old Larry Moore pointed out to me, I started with part B. But I never liked starting in the middle or try to debunk a video and not watch it in its entirety, like Sly admits that he did to Rob Skiba in part 1 in that little short little bit right there. Yes, he did. Let's see here. Now let's go hillbilly, hillbilly, hillbilly. Boy, I should have got that song for that. Hillbilly, hillbilly, hillbilly. There's at least one of the trolls made a song about the hillbilly. They done it in a little bit of style. Hillbilly. Is this the one? Is that 4 minutes? It's a 4-minute video, and it's not that one. Let's see. Hillbilly, hillbilly, hillbilly. Come on. Come on, where you at? You notice each and every one of the people that he's debunked or claimed to be debunked are all big guys. Why does he pick on a little old hillbilly? Here's his one he had, like you know, if Sly Sparkane was actually will go on a neutral territory to where my mic was cut when he's talking, his mic's cut when I'm talking, or Jaronism, neither one of Jaron or I would back away from an opportunity like that. That's why he has to have these hangouts without hillbilly, his hangout without Jaronism, because he knows he can't do it. He knows he can't do it. Where in the heck is that 4-minute video that I did that to? I should have been a little bit more prepared, but you guys know the hillbilly. Always doing these hangouts on the fly. And I'm still smart enough to smack the Fly Sparkane. Fly the lie. Is this? Yeah, it might have been this one. Or no. It was the debunking of Antonio or Anthony and Hillbilly. That's what it was. I'm remembering now. Here, this one. Yeah, 4 minutes and 4 seconds. Okay. Now I stopped it right there, and Sly in his debunking video, he'll point that out. When you open up a YouTube video, so much of it normally loads. In this case, the moment it opened, 27 seconds. Then he goes on to point out somewhere like 2 minutes. He'll fast forward into 2 minutes because that's where he starts addressing me. And then he makes a claim, since by this bar in YouTube algorithm, that being that my bar showed the video fully loaded, but yet when he fast forward to the part where he gets to me, it's not fully loaded. That was proof that I lied. But he's slanderous. Let's see how long it takes my video to fully load it. Alright? When you play it from the beginning to the time mark stipulated, where I paused my video, opened up my screen recorder, and continued on with the video. Is my video fully loaded by 2 minutes? Da-da. It's loaded up to here right now, Sly Sparkane. Now it's loaded up to here. Now it's loaded. It's still loading, Sly Sparkane. It's still loading some more, Sly. Not looking very good for you, lying bitch boy. Not looking very good for you. You got egg on your face by Rob Skiba. You got egg on your face by Jeranism. Antonio Suarez bitch slapped you. Poncho Pete just can only laugh at your willful ignorance. My video is fully loaded, Sly Sparkane. Now let's take a look at the timestamp. See, fully loaded. 1 minute and 8 seconds. My timestamp wasn't until, let's see here, right there. There's the first you talk about me. 2 minutes and 18 seconds. You lying bitch boy. So that's what you done to Rob Skiba and his video. You lied, bitch boy. You tried to edit something or dissect one still frame out of a video, and you confused the clouds, the irregular shaped clouds, as the horizon. God, you're stupid. God, you're stupid there, Sly Sparkane. Stupid is what stupid does. You're stupid in your debunking of Antonio and myself, Dr. Zach, Jeranism, Rob Skiba. Why don't you just go away and get back underneath that rock you crawled out from? You're a failure, Sly Sparkane. Okay, let's get rid of that. Well, good morning, Rakin. Good morning, my brother Rakin. Gotta love that. Let's see, what did I do here? What did I do? There we go. Up and away. And boy, see, once again, how did God talk to me? How did God talk to me? Because I believe, you know, he really did. That voice, that feeling inside. I don't know how many of you paid attention over the last couple days. I was talking about Larry Moore got in contact with me, and he wanted to come down and visit me, being he's my northern neighbor by a means of 60 miles of separation. Oh, about 65 miles of separation. Well, he did just that yesterday. And you know, I actually had an enjoyable chat with him about why he feels that he's a messenger for the ultimate power that did create this flat plane. But it wasn't really what he said, it's what he did is speaking. Or the members of his church. He may have relayed the message of my situation to the members of this church. And he left me a nice little message. May the Lord make himself known in fellowship. In fellowship. That's what Flat Earth's doing. It's creating a fellowship. Good people are coming together and helping each other out. Whether it's Antonio Suarez, when I first went down the eclipse, me and him coming together. Mr. THC, me and him coming together for helping Mrs. Hillbilly's health out when the doctors and the pharmaceutical industry's been nothing but an utter disappointment up until this point. Mrs. THC for the gift that the Creator gave her to be such a fine artist, to share that with a person like myself. Ethan and Marla for what they did to Brother Rakin, to find him in his moments of desperate need, abandoned by his little raccoon mama, eyes not open to the world yet. Let's bring Rakin back up while we do that. Okay, bring that down. This little creature right here. Yep, I didn't do it. Let's see here. Screen 1, that's what I want. This little creature right here. This is the actual little God's good creature we're talking about. Ethan and Marla found this raccoon abandoned by its mother. Couldn't have been more than 3 or 4 days old. Did what God told him to do. Try to save that little creature. Some people would have called the Humane Society, and the Humane Society in some places would have a euthanization policy in place. Ethan and Marla didn't allow that to happen because God spoke to them. He said, help save my creature. And they did just that. They dedicated themselves as a mother to ensure that it got the nourishment that it needed. It got the warmth that it needed, because it was raining. It was storming when they found it too. Shivering in its last minutes of life. The warmth of their heart was God speaking. Their acts upon this innocent creature, innocent I tell you, was God speaking. Them connecting with me, knowing that I'm the prime candidate to be a carekeeper for this innocent animal, as now it may not have the skills to survive life being domesticated, but needing a special person to understand. Yesterday when Larry Moore was here, he was amused and had a great time with this creature. Rakin took to him instantly. But Larry Moore is a God-fearing person. Ethan and Marla is a God-fearing person. And animal instincts possibly seeked out the connection. He may have had a tighter connection with Larry Moore due to the first voices he ever heard in life was Ethan and Marla, and they're very religious. May have had a better connection with Larry than he does me. But the acts of Ethan and Marla reaching out to an individual like me, that was God's work. Me having the understanding to let this creature run loose in my house, knowing it's a curious creature, knowing that I had to put up cardboard right here. This is cardboard. I had to put that up to try to make a defense mechanism to keep him back from behind my computer. For me to have the patience to repetitively say, bad boy, until it resonates with him, instead of just getting mad like one of these trolls may do and pick him up by the scuff of the neck and just throw him across the room. I have to coax him out of there. Rakin, you're bad. To excuse some of the things that he's destroyed, knowing that he doesn't know no better. It's a phase of life he's gone through. Just like when you buy or get a brand new puppy, you know you're going to have to house train that puppy. You're going to have to, that puppy's going to have some accidents on your floor. But you still go ahead and get the puppy. That's what I do with Rakin and some of the wrongful acts he's done already in Hellbilly House, the Hillbilly Paradise. So Ethan and Marla, by the acts of God, ran across an individual like me. And now the kindness of my heart, when they came down, actually delivered him after they knew that he was weaned and everything was done and their life was getting a little bit more hectic, and I got the time to spend with Rakin. That was an act of God. When they actually handed him over and had to leave, and they almost physically cried, people. They almost, well, I think they did cry on the way home. Ethan, he was holding it back. That was God. I don't know. So I honestly think by the actions of all you good people, something's talking to me. Whether it be the kindness of Mr. Anderson, who allows us to have an opinion that he doesn't agree with, but still wants to be a friend. The other trolls, they claim to be truthers too. Go listen to Tommy Osmond and him talk about the Federal Reserve, 9/11. Well, Mr. Anderson's a truther. He'd go to his channel. He's got some truther videos. He just don't agree on flat earth. But still, he has a kind heart. He reaches out and talks to other flat earthers with the same respect that he would talk to his own mother, his own father. So there is good people out here on this Sunday morning on a flat earth. But we also see the devil talking to us and all these troll names. The hate that's stole upon their hearts as they come in on a Sunday morning with a name such as Come Farts. Come Farts is these people are sick. They don't deserve the time of day. So I think that's about as much time I'm going to give them. By the way, tomorrow, or anybody who wants to, please send a private message if you would like to have a link to the new don't want to say the name, to the new channel. Because until the trolls find us, we're going to have some enjoyable chat. This is a hangout that will be sometime in the evening, and it will never ever be over an hour long. And there's going to be a theme to it. There's going to be a theme to it. So if you would like to participate in that, please send a private message for a link to the channel. Subscribe to it. Ring the notification bell so you get notified when it goes live, which will be this week. I was going to ask, since the Mrs. THC whipped up that beautiful artwork, just how quick she could possibly whip up a few other things, because I wouldn't want to consume a lot of the lady's time. And on these particular items, she would have free reign for that channel. By the way, let's take a look at the back of the Hillbilly shirt today, okay? This is an old shirt. I've had this for a long time, but I definitely love it. I definitely love it. I had this made at the county carnival probably, I don't know, 7, 8 years ago. That's how old it is. So if you see it's just a little bit yellow, weather beaten, just like my face, you got to excuse it, okay? But it says, Revolution of Knowledge. How many people heard me talk the other day about knowledge is power? Power is victory. Victory through knowledge is peaceful. Peaceful, I'm telling you. Now, when you got a disagreement, wouldn't you want to do it in a peaceful manner? Whether it be with Mr. Anderson that allows us to do that, or even Timmy Osmond who doesn't allow us to do that, or a gooberment against another gooberment who goes to war. I think this way is better because it has no war. It has no war. So I really love this shirt, and I don't know if you guys can see it. On the front of it, it says, no rights or no rights. So, Mrs. THC, I never did particularly care for the shape of the eagle, or the eagle on here, the artwork of it. I like the eagle, so if you ever want to do something like that, no rights, K-N-O-W, or no rights, N-O, I'd sure appreciate that. Or if you want to do something like this for that new channel coming up, I'd sure appreciate that. But like I said, don't spend a lot of time on it because I wouldn't want to occupy your time. All of it anyways. Let's see, who out there ain't I gave a shout out to since I've been going here this morning? Well, speaking of Mr. Anderson, bring up text. Was your ears a-ringing, buddy? Boy, I've been talking about you a little bit this morning. Show how some of the aspects God may be talking to me. Anyways, Flat Earth Work Project. Must have been a troll. I don't know, though. That looks like Gav. Is that Gav's picture? Of course, anybody can steal a picture. Let's see. Turn the noisy breathing machine off. Well, Jesus Christ, how stupid is he? Let me see. Let's say I was at the Political Hillbilly channel. Let's go over here to the Political Hillbilly channel, or Hillbilly Heaven. Instead of crying my full head off and wanted to turn the Hillbilly, how do you say that again? How do you say that? Well, it ain't worth bringing back up. But if I wanted to turn the Hillbilly channel off, I wouldn't have to whine like a little bitch boy. No, I wouldn't. Because I'm smarter than my browser. I just simply go up here to the red X and never come back. So you don't want the Hillbilly to shut up there, troll. You want me to keep on going. That way you have a format to come in and show your immaturity and cry like a little bitch boy. Ooh, boy. See, you're not getting under my skin, but you're still proving yourself to be stupid. Okay, now that we got that out of the way. By the way, trolls, I want to kindly thank you from the bottom of my heart for the view count to get me up to 10,000. So thank you, thank you, thank you. You can't get under my skin. I'm going to make me a troll alert for a soundboard. I'm trying to get some sound effects going here. Let's see. Let's see here. What can we do for the trolls? What can we do for the trolls? Let's see. I'd have to go this way, wouldn't I? Right here, right there. Click. And, let's see. Music, boom. And right here, right there. There you go, trolls. This one's for you. So, trolls, would you please quit crying at my hangout, man? Oh my gosh. And somebody give them a pacifier. Yes, sir. Okay, let's get back to this. Let's see. Yep, we're going to have sound effects, and we're going to get this baby a rocking and a rolling. And now, got them sound effects via free, royalty-free sound effects there, trolls. So quit filing your copyright claims, because I'm specifying everything anymore go under Creative Commons and royalty-free with my original artwork. You steal my original artwork, I'm going after you for financial damage, buddy. And to where we're going to have to get YouTube to start tracking some damn IPs to where personal information is going to have to be revealed. Get ready to rock your world. I know how to do it in a legal spec. I know how to write up my own motions, buddy. It won't cost me a bunch of money. No, sir. And remember, where the victim lies as internet stalking crimes go, you have to come to my state. There will be a warrant issued for your arrest from my state. And as we've seen with Jonathan Wright on Sandy Hook, expedition does apply. Expedition does apply. So, you want to keep on trolling me and internet stalking crimes? You want to keep on stealing my artwork? Get ready to pay the Piper. Let's see here. What else is it going to be? I tell you what, it's about cigar time. It's about cigar time. And what do we got here? What do we got? Raw K Vibrations in the house. And when I get back, you know, I'm going to ask Mr. Anderson if he got the day off and if he would like to particularly, personally and privately come in and join me. And let's just talk about the difference between good people and bad people. Good intents, bad intents. Willful intents, and willfully ignorant intents. Alright? So let me go. Well, we know what song I'm going to play. There's no sense in trying to get a fast one on you guys, is there? We know what song's coming up. Let's see, where is it? Music. I want my music folder. No, I don't. I want my video folder, don't I? There we go. Let's see, right there. And enjoy, people.
Here's a wee song called The Truth Will Set You Free.
Switch on my TV, 'cause all they do is lie. And I don't need no programming telling me what to buy. And I believe the truth will set you free. Oh, I believe the truth will set you free. Don't believe in aliens. I don't believe in God. Don't believe in war. All the reasons why they're far. Don't believe celebrities pretending to be what they ain't. Make poverty history the same, posing the same. Oh, I believe the truth will set you free. Oh, I believe the truth will set you free. Don't believe banks are honest, fleece you to the bone. When they've taken all they can, even take your home. I don't believe the justice system will give you what you deserve. It's all run by bad judges, Lucifer they serve. I believe the truth will set you free. I believe the truth will set you free. I believe the truth will set you free.
I believe the truth will set you free. What do you think, people? Does that song not grab you by the heart, especially on a Sunday morning? A special shout out to Raw K Vibrations, and she knows why. Anyways, let's see here. Yeah. Oh, when I sat down, flung your arm. I'm sorry, Mama. I'm sorry. I never gave it a thought. Anyways, hey people, I'll be right back with you. I'm filling up Rakin's water bottle there at the last minute. Thirsty, Baba?
Got no food to give yet.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. Got cereal, got cheesy things, got apple bites, got all kind of snacks for Rakin. Anyways, let's see. Getting back to what I was going to ask Mr. Anderson if he had time to come in and join me, is that of people's intents and why people would possibly do something. Because we've seen Mr. Anderson do something for Candy Franklin and do something for myself. Something that he wasn't asked to do or had to do, but he just did it. And then some of his videos where he goes down and gets ready to record a demonstration and see why he would try to get his message out and versus the message that the trolls bring to the argument. Like-minded people like him, if you would. People who still believe in the heliocentric model. So, is Mr. Anderson's out there? I'll share a link. Okay, I believe we're on Skype together right now. I'm on Skype. Oh, I got to open the Hangout first. Unless you want to do it on Skype. I don't know if Skype's a resource hog for you. But let me open up a Hangout if not. Okay. Hangouts. Okay, get the link. And the link's going to come to you in Skype, Mr. Anderson. Okay. There we go. Mr. Anderson will be in here shortly. Let's see here. Hold on, Miss Haunted House and Persian Scribe. I'll take care of those wrench situation here in a second. Let's see here. Persian Scribe, Home Haunted House. Oop, gotta scroll the page down a little bit. There we go. Till Mr. Anderson gets in here. There he is. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Didn't catch you working, did I? No, it doesn't look like it. That does not look like a cement truck.
No.
Boy, you
Sound
got,
okay?
Yeah, you got real good audio today to me. How about you people out there in Texas? Mr. Anderson's audio all right? Some people were saying after I opened the Hangout yesterday, my audio went tinny. Nope, thank you, Persian Scribe. Thank you for being such a great person who shows how to respect people, just like Mr. Anderson here. Let's see, you know, when it comes to people's intents and good acts that it does from the heart, we all seen what Mr. Anderson's done for Candy Franklin and myself. Those are good intents. Can I ask you, Mr. Anderson, when you do something like that, do you get a warm feeling in your heart?
Well, of course.
Of course.
Yeah. It's not much more than that, though. I mean, I wish I was a trillionaire and I could just help everybody. Really. I don't know.
When you see the acts of all these nasty names come on here, and these people do that, do you think that they get that same warm feeling in their hearts? Your honest opinion?
You know, that's, no, they don't. I don't know what they get, but it's, and it's been really perplexing for me all along. Yeah. Whether in the truther movement or flat earth or what have you, I don't really understand why there's so many negative people. I was just, boy, that big list that has all the names are, hang on a minute, readjusting. I don't understand it. I don't get what they get out of, what's their intention? Why did they do that?
That's the same way with me. Unless it's a financial intention.
Well, it happens. You know, I was modding for Dabu 7 the other night on his live show, and I just don't understand people. You know, and he has pretty strict rules about moderating, and so you got to warn him. Warn him. You know, and then they come back with a different name. Where did you ban me? Oh, jeez.
Now,
I don't know. You tell me, why do trolls do what they do?
Let's talk about other good acts that you do other than helping me out in this time of need. You also allow me to respectfully agree to disagree. Is that something that common sense tells you to do, or the goodness of your heart does, or do you know why you allow me to do that and I allow you to do that, but the trolls won't do it?
That is an excellent question. I just think if you're honest with yourself, you should allow others to be honest with themselves, and that's it. We're free. We're free to choose what we want to believe in, what we want to research, what we want to do. And sure, circumstances play a lot into that equation, but we're free to choose, and you should allow other people. Live and let live. That's it.
Would you agree that somebody who doesn't allow you to do that, to have an independent or separate opinion, could be considered, when as they try to disrupt you in that journey, could be considered a thought police of some sort?
I'd put him in the same category as Stalin, perhaps. Hitler, I don't know. It's wrong.
And when it comes down to it, you guys have similar beliefs on the heliocentric model. But when I understand that you are a very busy man Monday through Saturday. And thank you for spending your free time here with me on Sunday. But in your very busy life, you don't have the time it takes to actually sit down and do proper research on every subject. That's why...
Oh, sure I am. Sorry to interrupt, but I've been in contact with Mark Sargent, who I was actually stunned that he took the time to reply to me, because he's got a whole lot going on now with what's recently gone on in the Flat Earth movement. I was stunned, but anyway, he's got a series of videos. Well, and I know you do too, but he's got a very good series of videos. And when I get a minute, I'm going through those.
Yeah. Are you sort of leaning more towards Flat Earth, any, or not?
I don't think I've spent a sufficient amount of time into it yet, because there's evidence over here and there's not evidence over there, and no way to prove it.
Well, yeah,
so far, I'm saying there's ways to prove it. You need to have a measurable way, an accurate way to measure the shape of the Earth.
No, I don't think we'll ever truly be able to measure the outer perimeters, whatever shape they may be, whether there is no outer perimeters and it comes back to a globe, because that's yet to be proven. But as far as other aspects of rotation, if there was rotation, it should be observable in another manner other than looking up. You should be able to feel motion. In any other aspects of life, I can feel motion when that motion is direction changes or speed changes, either a negative or a positive situation. But nowhere on Earth can you find that. For example, when you're on the outer apex of a rotational spin on an object that is already orbiting, prime example would be the twirler whirler from a carnival. When do you feel that most G-forces? When does that person sitting next to you slide into you and squish you if you're the outer person? Well, on that outer apex of that rotation. That would be midnight, or 24 hours after solar noon, or 12 hours, 12 hours after solar noon. So why isn't that felt on Earth? We're still a rotating object at high speeds and something in an orbital path at even higher speeds. Anthony, oh, somebody hit that troll. Look at that. Would you ever do that to somebody that you disagree with? I don't know if you got text up in front of you, because I know you're on a mobile device.
I'm on 2 mobile devices, and these guys just really annoy me.
You hear that, trolls? This is from an individual who's actually willing to let the facts make his determination, but still believes at this point into the heliocentric model. Why can't you trolls come on? Matter of fact, I invite you on today. Today is your open invitation. I'm taking the Anthony Riley high road. I'm going to give you the rope that you need to hang yourself. So any trolls that want to do it, let me switch my Skype properties around to where people off my Skype list can contact me. Let's see, options. Let me do that. put this over there, show you people that I am switching it around because we know they won't have the audacity, the guts to do it. Unlike Sly Sparkane having hangouts about individuals and never asking that individual to join that particular hangout, I in turn am going to open up the door for you. But you're not going to be able to do it where you show porn. You're not going to be able to do it in a rude manner. You're going to have to do it respectfully. Let's see, how do we do this at privacy? Allow anyone to contact me. Haters, I'm the political hillbilly on Skype too. Skype says this may take a few minutes. By all means, get a hold of me. You want to talk about it? Whether we need to talk about Earth or any childhood issues that you may have had that allows you to act in a childish manner as an adult. So let's put this back over there and see how long it takes for one of them to call in. But once again, thanks for the hits there, trolls. As we can see, not everybody is that way. So how's your beautiful Sunday morning today, Mr. Anderson? Let's see, man, 2 hours ahead of me. Right now it's, what, 5 after 8 for you? You're an early birder too, huh?
Yeah, it's going fine. It's nice to not, to have a day off.
How long?
Boy, this Anthony Riley is pretty determined.
Well, that's Anthony Riley trolls.
Yeah.
Boy, they're hitting hard, boy. Show your hate. Show how there truly may be, or there is, a good and an evil spirit on this earth. And evil controls you. Evil. My heart's not that evil. You can't get under my skin. You haven't called me yet. I want to talk to you.
Oh, I got one.
Slow chat.
Yeah, you have to be fast here.
There you go, yeah. You have to be fast to be the first one to play Whack-A-Troll. Good thing that Vale ain't here. As quick as that girl is, ain't none of you get to smack them upside the head. That's why I had to issue her a new wrench the other day. She showed me her wrench. It had a complete U shape to it. She bent it over so many troll heads, it had that permanent indentation. Oh, FPV. All troll pictures you got, could you put them in one folder and send them to me, please, if you don't mind me mimicking them? Upload them and in one folder to where I can download them, please. Put them in timeout, or when you ban them, it does nothing. Yeah, when you ban them, that name's totally worthless. They have to spend time to go out and make new names to come in here and hate on me. It only takes you guys, 2 seconds to ban them, but it takes them 15 seconds to make up the name, knowing it's going to get banned. They're a negative 12 to 13 seconds per name. 4 names, that's 1 minute of their wasted life. Truly wasted. Truly wasted. I got far better things to do. Don't you, Mr. Anderson?
Yeah, we were just talking about that. What motivates them? What for? Why is it so important?
I just can't figure it out.
I can't either.
No. So, me and Mrs. Hellbilly was talking about the things we're going to get here in the next couple days. I personally, I asked my landlords to do it, and being that in my hillbilly paradise, I do rent off of redneck paradises, and they won't handicap my bathroom for me. So we're going to take it upon ourselves to buy handicap rails for next to the commode, for next to the bathtub, a lift seat for for Mrs. Hillbilly, because some of you've heard me say that she's getting bad enough to where she needs lift off the couch and lifted off the bathroom. Thanks to the goodness of Mr. Anderson, that's going to be possible this week. So that goes to show good intents. And yesterday I was telling him something that I may change my mind on because maybe my priorities ain't right. This still works. But it would help me if I had something in the production of the videos to have something bigger where I can put more applications on it and plus get part of my desk screen back. So I was looking at refurbished flat screen monitors on eBay and found one that I sort of liked that I think it was about $40. And I asked Mr. Anderson if he would mind, and he said he didn't mind. He didn't care what I did with his contribution. I personally got to thinking about it, and I said, nope, I'm not going to do that until the things I know we need, that Mrs. Hill, our landlord's not going to help us in our aspects of the bathroom, making it more handicap accessible. So that's what Mr. Anderson's donations are going to go for. Then, if there's anything extra, that $40 for my monitor, and the monitor's still on eBay because it doesn't go up for a couple more days, then I'll possibly get it. But I want to thank you for that, Mr. Anderson and Mrs. Hillbilly. Mom, Sue, the gentleman that's going to make it possible, the gentleman that's going to make it possible for us to handicap the bathroom this week, the man who's making it possible for us to handicap accessible the bathroom this weekend. You want to say what you wanted to say to him last night?
Thank you.
I don't know if you heard that.
I did.
Yeah, she said last night, and she don't like being heard on audio. When she makes a point that she wants to be heard on audio or seen on webcam, consider yourself privileged. I know the woman. You're gonna make life a little bit more comfortable for her anyway. That would have to be embarrassing. I don't know if I can bring myself to do that. I think I would fall off the commode, wiggle my pants up, then crawl out into the kitchen and ask for help up.
Yeah.
But so once again, I personally thank you too. How's your weather out there today? Here, it looks like it's going to be one of the most gorgeous days of the week.
Yeah, it's going to be clear here, pretty hot.
What's your normal hot?
We're in a semi-arid desert out here, so it's an actual hot. I think you guys back in the east, you get a lot of humidity and you have a heat index.
Yeah.
You know, your humidity, but out here it's hot and it's a dry heat. So you really have to stay hydrated.
Yeah. Well, I've been in dry heat situations when I was in the Army. I was in Texas for 2 years, and it was pretty dry compared to what I'm used to up here, so I know exactly what you mean. I don't know what our temperatures are supposed to be today, but right now it is one of the most comfortablest days to have the windows open, got just that right breeze blowing in, the birds are chirping. Hillbilly, too far away from my blank. I'm too slow in whacking them all from your location. And by the time it gets over here, the troll is already whacked, says Mr. Vinny P.
I've got a fast internet connection too, but I'm not always first at all.
Yeah. Well, you got to be quick. The girls especially, the girls are real quick at it, seems.
And then I also take the extra time to report them.
Yeah.
And that way it removes the comments altogether.
If they are YouTube heroes, as my assumption leads me to believe, I doubt if anything happens when you do it. That's why I went out on a limb and got the particular personalized original channel art, so I can make attempt to assume for
right.
Yeah,
and that would apply. That's evidence. See, we are reporting. We're doing our due diligence in reporting these issues, so that you can counter any. You know, if they try and cancel a channel or something. Look, we made we did our due diligence to get rid of these. We reported them. What did you do to address the problem?
Yeah. So actually one could say YouTube is an accessory to what is called internet bullying.
Right.
By providing these opportunities. So to open up the door to drag YouTube in as a secondary defendant, if you would, because they allow it. This is internet bullying, as we can bring up the internet stalking laws to the section of internet bullying.
Well, there's an easy solution.
What's that?
Any new user, new account with no content, no videos, that they should be, there should be a gradual process whereby they can participate in this and that. I'm not talking about censoring them or nothing like that. Just a gradual process. Okay, you go ahead and publish a video and get a few subscribers. Then you can do this. You know.
Yeah. Well, yeah, no content on his channel is a real good one, because they'll take time out, the 15 seconds it takes to make the account. They'll even go to the account and click on the profile picture and upload a profile pic, and then wait 15 minutes that it takes to change that particular profile pic with the Google time lapse, then come in and use it. But they don't make content. They don't upload videos. They know that it's not worth it, because they know that when they're making the names, they know that they're going to get banned. Like the same icon for the Vinny bot versus the Antonio bot that we're witnessing text by a hater, a childish mentality. That was done twice. So each one, say he had to wait the 15 minutes and the changing of counts and clicking the links. I can't figure it out unless he thinks he's going to get a financial gain out of it.
Well, my point is they need to have some content. Well, that would be my proposal, is that you need to have some content on your channel. You need to have visited other channels. You need to have subscribed and have people subscribe to you before you can even get on the chat.
Oh,
That's what I think.
get on the chat, not participate in chat.
Right.
I don't know if accounts have to be verified or not to get in a chat room, do they? Because I just go ahead and verify mine anyways. Did you ever verify yours?
I imagine. I don't know exactly the process, but
You give YouTube your cell phone number and
yeah, I've done that.
yeah. Because you know these trolls ain't going through that part. They ain't verifying their account. How about it? Anybody know, do you got to verify your account just to get on a Hangout?
Are you saying using the Hangout app or getting in a chat?
To get in the Hangout. To get in.
Yeah, I didn't have a phone number verified to get in the Hangout. There are other ways that you can authenticate yourself.
Somebody sent me a message saying that they can't ban the trolls. Is anybody else having a problem banning the trolls if you're the first one to ban them? Evidently not, because they're getting banned.
Well, it looks like the time is, see, we're not getting hammered like we were.
Yeah.
But yeah, I kept seeing the same picture, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's the same person. What they've done is created multiple things ahead of time with the same picture.
And they used them up. They probably spent half hour or more to create the new names that just to come in and have them eliminated.
Yeah, and what a waste of time. I don't get it.
Now, granted that those names are usable in somebody else's Hangout, so they got them there for storage, but if it's true they can only have Hillbilly Heaven, what do you think of one of the Soundly's Parallax issues? I didn't listen to it. Isn't Soundly the one that came out with the curvature found deal and got debunked severely? I don't know. So, gosh darn it. Forgot what I was going to say now. I need to start writing these down, because last night I thought of things I wanted to talk to you about. I was outside and I didn't have my paper with me. So how long you been driving truck with a concrete mixer?
Oh, what, about 5 years now.
Yeah. You enjoy it?
Most of the time.
Yeah. Well, I imagine washing out can get to be a pain sometimes.
No, it's other drivers.
Other drivers? Oh, other people, yeah. Like the people who's being so derogatory and hateful in text, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, one time somebody came up to me and they was talking, I want to move out of this town, and I sort of like my hometown, you know. Maybe I'm biased or closed-minded, but it's got a lot of things to offer as far as family values, if you ask me. So I really like my hometown, and the individual who said, I want to get out of this town, I said, why? And she says, well, it's one of the all the people around here. Everybody wants to either try to control you, get in your business, or hate on you. But very few people want to open their arms up to you and welcome to you as an equal. And I asked that individual, so if you moved out of this town, where would you find your so-called utopia where that doesn't happen? The person scratched her head and said, well, I don't think that place exists. Maybe I don't need to move. And I think it doesn't even exist on the internet. It doesn't exist on Main Street, USA. That's part of the problem. That's why we witnessed slavery be abolished in the 1860s. But yet, racism can be found on any given corner today here in the United States of America anyways. Whether it be on a playground, an elementary playground, in your local street corner, somebody hollering out to another person just because they don't have the same skin pigmentation. Your county jails. Racism.
We've got a ways to go.
Yeah, we got a ways to go. Why can't people accept people for an equal? I don't want to be better than you. I don't think that I'm better than any one of these trolls. But one thing I know for sure, not any one of these trolls is better than me. I don't think I'm better than Mr. Anderson, but I don't think Mr. Anderson's better than me.
Well, that's kind of the same train of thought of having the freedom to choose and to allow others to choose.
Sue, I'll get those in a little bit. I'll get those in a little bit. Go sit down. I hate it when she gets up and thinks that she still got to do what she could do when she was healthy. I didn't quite hear your last answer. She was distracting me, clanging dishes in the background.
I don't even remember the question.
I think it was...
Sorry, it's just early.
Yeah. Let's see if anybody else wants to come on. Anybody else want to come on too? Open door policy. Speaking of open doors, how long ago was it when I told the trolls that they're welcome to join me today via Skype? How long ago was it when I opened that up to the trolls? Lewis Hacker, you're trying to get on my friends list, which is not going to happen. Now's your open invitation. I got my contacts open publicly, but none of them can step up to the plate like a man. None of them can step up to the plate like a man. So trolls, you can hate on me with the thumbs down. Wonder how many thumbs down I got right now. Somebody put it in text. How many thumbs down do we got out there? Gotta wait for the delay. I hate this delay. Incoming apes. Incoming apes. Have to get that troll alert, son. Here, once again, there, trolls, let's give you a little bit of your crying music here. Yep.
There's Dave Hinkle. Says he's driving, but he can come on. I'd like to hear from him.
Driving, but I'll come on. No problem. Link coming. Which way's more convenient while you're driving, Dave, for a link? Skype or... See if you're on Skype right now. Hinkle, Dave. There you are. Link sent via Skype or Dave Hinkle. Let's see. Maybe Anthony Riley's still out there and wants to join. I don't know. He's a gentleman that has self-control. I am going to try to mold myself in my behaviors as a host in his manner. I realize that I may have a slight problem. My direction, my motive of operation might need to be altered a little bit. That's why I'm willing to take on the open invitation via Skype. Where in the hell did he go?
Did you see his comment? It says Hangouts only, no Skype.
Well, I'm sending a link Skype. I think we're on Skype. Oh, he said send a link. I'll send a link to your channel, Anthony Riley, via private message. Where's his name at so I can get to his channel? Because I'm not subscribed to him under this channel. I am under PHB.
I was talking about Dave.
Oh.
He wanted Hangouts only, no Skype.
Hangouts only, no Skype. Okay, let's do it this way. Just invite him. Let's see, copy his name. Add a person. Dave Hinkle. Oh, hold on, Mrs. Hillbilly wants to talk to me for something.
You never seen garlic in that.
I think it's one of the seasonings on the bottle.
I got an idea for the fried potatoes.
All right.
I'm gonna have them.
Okay. I don't know if Dave Hinkle can get the link that way. Let's see. Where's Anthony Riley at? I'll send him a link the same way. Gosh darn, just seen his name. I thought.
Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute before you do that. Read Vincent P's comment.
Wrong Dave. Oh, no. Well, if I have to, I'll change the Hangout. I just clicked on the drop-down list. I didn't know they had a Dave Hinkle troll bot. Maybe that won't work. No, I had to. Or no, I copied the name. Let's see how many Anthony Rileys pop up. 1, 2, 3. Maybe I need to figure out a different way to do it. Vinny P, if I send you the link, will you get it out to the right one? Sending it to you via Skype. Vincent P, the new sheriff in town. Man, I just opened up his messages that I'm behind. 7 different videos. I seen the one video that you put in Sheldon Cooper with that little kid. Oops. Link. Copy. That's darn. Control C. Didn't get the whole link. Gosh darn it. What's going on with my screen today? Can't get control of my screen. Control C. There we go. Now, you got somebody with the link that knows how to disperse it properly. Let's see. Rick Taylor in the house. On a Plane in the house. Flat Earth Echo on the house. Thumbs down are the new thumbs up. Derp! Gotta love that one. Jimbo's out there. Nicholas Cabol. Let's see. FPV Angel. Wolfman. Shout out to Vinny P.
Hey.
Hey, thank you, Vinny. I appreciate it.
Oh, I cannot add the. Oh yeah, hold on. Oops.
Jimbo. You know, if you take the Anthony Riley approach into Flat Earth in a conversation with the deniers, the goalpost movers, the fallacy deliverers, if you let them, they will hang themselves. Like when I allowed Tim Osmond on the channel a couple weeks ago.
If Dave Hink was listening, he's added to the call. Do you want somebody else to be added?
You can add Anthony Riley. I don't know if he wants to join or not, being as I'm talking
I'm not sure if I can find him on the Hangout, but I can search for him.
Yeah. Hey, can you set up one of those link dispensaries for me, or do I have to do that?
I can do it.
Yeah, set one up for me, and I'll just start putting the links in there.
All right.
Yeah.
Give me some. I have to drop out to make one.
Okay. I appreciate that.
See you soon.
All right. But when Tim Osmond was on the Hangout a couple weeks ago, and he did that. He hung himself. I forget what we was talking about or whose video we was talking about, but Tim Osmond claimed that he could debunk it, and yet didn't need to watch it. When the ignorance of that statement was pointed out to him, when the rope was handed to him and he was allowed to hang himself, he was so embarrassed, he willfully left my Hangout. I didn't ask him to leave. I didn't boot him. He just left. I didn't call him a derogatory name. I just pointed out how ignorant it could be if somebody thinks they could debunk, not knowing what's in the substance. That's why they do their aggressive moves. You start talking, and note that the beginning of their sentence will interrupt the middle of yours, or the middle of your sentence interrupts the beginning of theirs. You point that out to them, they don't stop. They may for a minute or two. You point out to them that in order to debunk something, you need to hear the substance in its entirety. They don't care. They don't care. They are that fourth monkey. It's not hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. It's ignore what can be proven.
Well, that's always been one of my issues is, not to interrupt people.
Do you think it's proven when I make the statement that water, regardless the size of the container or the shape of the container, at rest, that surface will always be flat, whether it's in your kitchen sink, your bathtub, or an Olympic-sized swimming pool? That water will be flat. Do you agree with that?
That, Hillbilly, is a loaded question. I think it's provable that it's going to be flat.
So we got
Right.
3 different sizes of containers and 3 different lengths of containers. So at what point does the container make a difference? At what point, provable point, does it make a difference? I asked
I don't know. It doesn't really necessarily make a difference. It's more of a measurable. How measurable?
Okay, so if that container was 24,904 miles, it would still be flat.
You would think so.
The length and the size of the container does not matter. And that's why we see this childish mentality in here. They can't disprove that statement. They can't not disprove that the length of the last container specified is the exact circumference of the Earth at the equator.
Hello.
Thank you, B&E Bot. Welcome back.
Did you saw that?
What? Did I see
I
what?
created the joining expansion. I think you have to go to your invites and then accept a new joining link. Well, it's just a new hangout. I added 15 people in it. Mr. Anderson is there, Dave Hinkle, Dave Hawaii, Candy, me, Poncho P.
Right. And did you enable like joining by link?
No, you don't have
the
to.
Group.
Yeah, now what it is, you can join anytime you want. But as long as you never close out that link dispensary that can be found in your Gmail, okay? And it will be off to the left side. You feel like coming in, you just simply go there, click on that link, and the next thing you know, you're in the Hangout. It's good forever. As long as I remember to put it there each and every morning.
Huh? Wait.
It's somewhat helping me get back to my open door policy of respectful people. Because you know you're welcome on the show at any time, Mr. Anderson. Vinny knows it. On a Plane knows it, although never joined us. Nicholas Cabot has joined us once or twice. And pretty sure he knows it by now. Anybody who's seen my original hangouts on Flat Earth when I first started doing Flat Earth hangouts, we all know until the trolls, learned about a flaw in a program that allows somebody who did not create the group to be hateful in a group, start the sniping stuff. My open door policy was there each and every day. It was so convenient. All she had to do is go to the description box and the link was posted each and every day. This helps me get back to that. They cannot defeat me. Just like I didn't change my artwork until the specified 48 hours was over. I refused to do it. I had a special hangout to show and prove how the bogus claims were just that. Some of the words utilized in the bogus claim are repeatable or seen and witnessed in David Guantana's mess up when he filed a counter complaint on my copyright strike that got his hangout taken down, and his counter complaint in turn drew attention to his channel, and his channel got removed for policy issues the very next day. Those words, some of the words used in these bogus complaints were the same claims made by David Guantana and that. And on this computer here, I still have that video, David Guantana. I don't feel a need to show it each and every day. Why do you feel a need to show your hate each and every day? My Skype's open, David Guantana. Give me a call. Let's talk about it. Whether it's Earth and where some of the physical aspects of Earth cannot be observed on a physical object. I didn't create physics. I understand the majority of it, though. Let's talk about it, David Guantana. Or let's talk about the simple reason why you, as a cigar face, or if that's Tim Osmond, would put in text yesterday that you hate me. There has to be some issue in your life. If you need to, I can kick Mrs. Hillbilly off the couch and you can lay down on the couch and we can talk about why you hate. I don't hate. How could I possibly hate somebody I never met? I never broke bread with them, nor have I had a fight with them. You're not my enemy. I'm yours. Why is that? I don't want to be your enemy. But as long as I'm creating a victim, as long as I'm not creating a victim by simply utilizing freedom of expression, why do you hate on me? Because we can prove my acts are not hateful or not criminal. The sad part of it is the majority of these trolls on here are from the United States. I live in the greatest country there ever was, where I have freedom of speech. Well, no you don't. Your freedom of speech needed to be defined as a freedom of expression, as stated in the First Amendment of the United States Constitution. So why do you want to take away my freedom of expression or hate on it? Sometimes freedom of expression can be criminal when recklessly used. Wow, who? Puppy? Poodle, black and white poodle. I got a black and white cat like that. Looks like a Holstein cat. You got a Holstein poodle.
That's a Luna dog.
Is it?
I even made a video about her.
A pretty dog. How many videos do you have on your channel again? I forget.
I don't know. I deleted a few. I think it's like 30 or something.
Yeah. Oh, that protest.
There he is.
Hey, Dave. Good morning, sir.
Am I here? What's up, guys?
Yeah. No, you're in your car. You're not here.
Okay. I'm either here or there.
Yeah. You ain't here.
I finally made it.
You ain't here. You're definitely there.
I finally made it. I don't have Skype on my phone, so I'm driving around. So let's say hi.
All right. Oh, you're not off to work today, huh?
I don't have to work today. No, I just got running some errands and shit.
Now you like that. All the good people getting a day of rest.
Yep. At least I got a Sunday off for a change. I usually work.
Yeah. How many
Unless they call me in, you know how it goes.
How many hours do you actually put in a week?
Average about 60 or so.
Oh, yeah?
Well, on a good week, I can get away with 55 to 60, you know. I'm one of the
Your skies,
bosses, you know. So.
Your skies looks as beautiful as my sky today.
You know, I don't see no chemtrails right now.
Yeah.
Get out here amongst all these other idiots operating their motor vehicles and hope none of them hit me here. If they do, I got it recorded live. Show the insurance company, right?
Yep.
Who else is here, Mr. Anderson? What's going on, man?
Oh, good morning. I guess it's still morning for you.
You got a day off, don't you? You're not driving a concrete truck on a Sunday, are you?
No.
Okay, cool. Good to hear from you. I'll give you props for being honest with yourself and being a gentleman about this whole debate. I wish more people would be like you. I'm just saying. If you want to believe you live on a spinning ball, so be it. You don't have to be a hateful idiot about it. You know?
I agree.
I just tell people, you know, investigate it for yourselves. You know, whatever resonates with you, that's what it is, you know. But just driving down this road right now, it looks flat to me, is all I'm saying. Yeah. It don't look like a ball. But I'm not trying to convince anybody of anything. I just tell people, don't listen to me, just do your own research. Right? Whatever feels true to you is what's true to you. What else can you say, right? Did I drop?
No, I don't. I can still hear you fine.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't truly agree with that, Dave. What's true to you is true to you. Because
I mean, there's ultimate truth. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I know what you're saying. Yeah. Go ahead, Scott.
Yeah, well, that's the reason why I refuse to believe in flat Earth until I actually looked into it, because I totally ignored it for better than 3 months once I knew it was subject matter. And
I ignored it for about 3 or 4 months too. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, but as I get to looking into it, I didn't want to be a flat earther. But
yeah, I didn't either.
I wanted to believe that this is easily disprovable, but I couldn't do that. I could only support the argument. How? With what is said to, or provable facts, not what is said to be facts. Like, I can make a statement, I'm driving down the road in Kentucky right now, and here's my visual to prove it. But unless people was here prior and know that that's actually Dave Henkel, it's just a statement that could be believed, but you don't know the entire facts. You didn't see Dave Henkel cam up, and you could think it's, you know, somebody came in to hang out after it started, and I said, this is me driving down the road, they wouldn't be none the wiser.
True. That's true.
Yeah. You have to know the facts. And if I made that claim to one of you people, you could say, no, that's not the facts. Let's go back and rewind the video and see who's actually driving the car. That's the provable facts. And I rely on provable facts. It's Dave Henkel driving the car, not me. Well, I ought to take focus of you. That way it is recorded if you happen to get a fender bender. Don't have to worry about Dave Henkel. And all of a sudden I start talking, or Mr. Anderson starts talking, and it takes focus away from you. And all we hear is that.
I'm losing audio. I don't know if I'm interrupting you or not, but it's cutting in and out for me, so I'll shut up for now.
All right. No, we're not losing you. Let's see, who else is out here? Good afternoon, Nathan Oakley. Let's see here. There we go. Let's see if if I need to scroll back, anybody else new to the, or new in the room that not properly linked up? The highwayman. Who's the highwayman? Anything at rest ain't moving, so we're asking the wrong question. Anything at rest ain't moving, so you're asking the wrong questions. Well, not when I talk about water at rest. Water at rest. Not at a sea, because when I talk about sea, that means sea level. Something we can measure. Something that takes knowledge, instrumentation, and a tape measure to state the facts, not opinions. And that sea level indicates we live on a flat plane. That is the facts. Let's see, Hillbilly Heaven. It's pronounced Cabal. My last name has a very weird definition. Cabal. I keep on saying K-ball. There we go. Anyways, anybody, I butcher names. Dave is a good driver. Says Nathan Oakley. I don't know. Let me see your turn signals on, Dave. Did you single? Did you look in your mirror, sir? His audio must be cutting out for him. Dave H just found the curvature of that particular hill. He went over the APAC.
Yeah, I'm hearing like every other word, a hard curvature. See some curvature up there?
Yeah, curving the road to the left. That, like the Lake Pontchartrain debunking easily proves. Wonder why it is when the Globetrotters try to prove curvature, they want to go by means of perspective instead of measurable curvature. Measurable curvature really scares them. But each and every one of them, I bet they're smart enough to use a tape measure. But they run from that very tape measure when they want to know the real facts. If they wanted to build their child a dollhouse, they would get out a tape measure. If they wanted to frame up a wall for an extension on their house, they would get a tape measure. But if they wanted to try to prove flat Earth, they would run or disprove flat Earth, they would run away from that very tape measure that was so reliable to them and the other applications. Know how many people can see it? Right here's a little torpedo level. They want to run away from torpedo levels. That bubble will never lie to you. That bubble doesn't have a mouth. It can't lie to you. Wonder why they want to run away from that. While I'm looking at the bubble, they're trying to direct my attention up in the sky. But that bubble is a provable fact. That sky has mythical numbers attached to it. Mythical numbers. Numbers that most people cannot comprehend as they ignore a simple fact. That bubble never lies. That's why you go out and buy one. You want your house to set level? You know that bubble will never lie to you. Mr. Anderson, I'm sure you got on job sites already where the concrete forms were not properly or not fully done yet, right? Got there just a little bit early on They're called in scheduled delivery time versus when you got there?
Sure.
When they was setting up the rest of their forms, did they not use a level on them?
Oh, I've seen all kinds of things, but yeah, they most of the time they use a level.
There's a reason. They want those to be just that, level. They don't run from it. They go get it. It's reliable. It's reliable. But where it's not reliable, proving you live on a globe. This bubble cannot prove that you live on a globe. Violation.
I'm not looking at the chat right now, but you might ask people in the chat if they're hearing the audio cut in and out.
I doubt
it's cutting in and out for me. I thought it was just me.
Yeah, you're on. I doubt if it is. Oh yeah, Stanley was easily debunked. You know, 666 troll. You can say it all day long. You can turn your backs on the facts. But all it is showing that you remain in a state of willful ignorance.
They're just showing how childish they are, just putting bullshit like that. It's just ain't worth it.
Yeah.
Second, you know, bullshit. They got nothing to bring to the argument, to the table, to the discussion, and why they even participate.
Lake Pontchartrain was thoroughly debunked. Oh.
Yeah, if Lake Pontchartrain is real, then that means if that curvature is real, then our globe is like 1,000 miles or something, right?
Yep. Guess what I did last night? That unfortunately something happened to my tablet, and I remember what happened. I took the mini SD card out of it, and that's where I store the videos as I make videos, so it didn't have no room for storage, and battery was going dead on everything, and it was late at night, but I know it's repeatable, and I didn't have a compass, because if I was going to make a video, I would want a compass in the video. But last night I'm sitting outside. I had my Bluetooth speaker and my tablet outside last night, just sitting there enjoying myself, thinking about the conversation Larry Moore and I had. And I was getting ready to come in, and ironically, I took a bowl of strawberries out with me to munch on while I was doing it. And that bowl was a silver bowl, like, you know, stainless silver bowl. And I got to noticing the blue light of the Bluetooth speaker when I set it down in there when I was about ready to come in. When I stood up, it cast like a reflection and the actual light beam. When I was rotating my body, I noticed that they was moving, right? So I took one visual look when I know the canal in my backyard runs true north and south. So I oriented myself to the north, and then I took a step to my right, which would have been to the east, the direction the earth is said to be spinning. And the reflection, not the actual projection of the blue light, as I did that, moved in a... Oh, wait a second. Make sure I got this statement right. You know how Sly Sparkane likes to go when I trip over my tongue. I'm not going to give you that opportunity, Sly. But that, it moved in a different direction. It moved counterclockwise. Then I simply went and oriented myself to the south. And this time, instead of moving I moved to the left, which in turn would have also been the east, now that I'm standing south. That same light rotated clockwise. So there's good proof to debunk the said stars, or the rotation of the stars, disprove flat Earth. All it does is prove that all stars rotate from west to east. And depending on whether you're facing north, you'll see that rotation in a counterclockwise rotation, or south in a clockwise rotation.
That makes sense to me.
Yep. Yep, dude. But I already made that video with the compass and the raccoon aboard the International Space Station. Another one Sly Sparkane had to ignore as he went through looking for videos on my channel that he could troll and make an attempt to debunk, like he had to ignore gravity debunked for $1.
I'm losing your audio again, Scott.
My audio?
Okay, you're good now.
Yeah.
I gotta run into the store real quick. I'm on mute for a second.
Alright. Let's see. Anybody else out there want to join? You're more than welcome. Just let me know. I'll get you added to the Link Dispensary, or Vinny P will take care of it. Carl in the house. Boy, Carl, I did not know until it was too late. This week's race was a Saturday night race, so I already got the rebroadcast of it scheduled. Don't want to hear no details, no details. This time I want to be one of the 3 monkeys. Can't prove shape of Earth from the sky. Nope. What we can do is look at the aspects of a NASA admitting there's a sky horizon, and then asking ourselves, as we do the mathematical formula, how is it that we can see things that's past what they said to be the sky horizon? Ask ourselves, why is it in the northern time in the northern hemisphere, or in the summertime of the northern hemisphere, twilight lasts upwards of an hour, but yet in the southern hemisphere, in what was known to be their summer, just like I utilize summer for the northern hemisphere example, in the southern hemisphere summer, twilight only lasts 20 to 30 minutes. Wouldn't that be an indication that sun's traveling at a faster speed at the southern hemisphere versus the northern hemisphere? But yet that globe's only said to be spinning at the same speed, 1,034 miles an hour. How's that possible? Another thing they have to turn their backs on and willfully ignore. Starts at 3 o'clock. Last 2 weeks were night races. Yeah, I seen last week before last. Where was I anymore? Let's see. I forget. Hemisplane. Hemisplane says on a plane. Hemisplane. Instead of the hemisphere. I should have caught on to that one a long time. Hemiplane. Boy, it takes yourself a little bit of personal training to do that, you know? How many times have people slipped up and said around the world after being flat earthers? But around can be around the neighborhood, around the outside perimeter of your plate, which would be the beginning would bring you, or the ending would bring you back to the beginning. That bowl in my blue tube last night, that was round. Atmos plane, the stratoplane, the thermoplane. Man, we need to get Tattoo in here from Fantasy Island. The plane, boss, the plane. It's the stratoplane, hemiplane. No, it's race day. Hillbilly Sue, didn't our TV guy say the race was last night? Didn't our TV guy say the race was last night?
Huh?
Didn't you say you seen on the TV guide the race was last night?
Yes.
They're saying it's today.
Cowboys won.
No, it's race day, man. Fly Hawk says it's race day today, I think. I don't know. Don't matter. Oh, by the way, I did announce when I started this, I was probably going to end about noon, so that is 50 minutes from now. Like I said, if anybody didn't hear too, if you'd like to have a link to the new channel getting ready to start up, I want to do a couple shows troll free, so I'm not going to put the name out there, but by all means send me a personal message and I'll get you a link to the new channel. And it's only going to be
Hey, Hillbilly, I'm back with you now.
Yeah. It's only going to be
Sorry.
1 hour hangouts at the most. And Mr. THC is going to be joining me. And there is a format. The format's already established. Thanks to OBS allowing you to have different profiles. I got a majority of it already done. Is that yours? Is that your Burger King?
No, I'm visiting another one, having to pick up some product.
Oh, yeah?
This is one in Lexington. I run the one in Frankfurt.
How far is Lexington from Frankfurt?
About 20 miles.
Yeah.
Leave on my day off. I still got to do shit for my job, and it's bullshit. But I'll be right back. I'll leave it sitting here on.
New Hampshire race is traditionally on Sunday.
You got anybody else on here with you yet, Scott? Or?
Yeah, Mr. Anderson's still here.
Okay. I'll be right back. I just got to run in here real quick.
All right. Parking in the handicap zone, man. Somebody write Dave Hinkle a ticket. Recording a crime here on the Hillbilly Heaven Show. In action. In action. Or if his windshield's cracked, or if that's just something that looks on it. Ah, that's a crack, ain't it?
There's another violation.
Yeah. How many people, what was it, 2 weeks ago when Dale Earnhardt almost lost his windshield during the race? Bolts were coming undone. Him and Dave Hinkle got something in common. Anybody know if Globebusters have a show today? I think today's their return, isn't it? I think Bob went to Hawaii already and should be back already. bolts coming out. Well, the nuts come off of it. Easy interchangeable in case they need to do gets in an accident, needs to change the windshield, how it's quick change. The quick change releases was coming undone. 200 mile an hour. Windshield just started vibrating to beat all hell. You're awful quiet, Mr. Anderson. Maybe.
I'm just checking on things, you know. Doing a privacy checkup, my activity, just checking on things.
Yeah. Speaking of, well, you know, you were saying earlier, you should just ignore the troll accounts. If you would like to do that and you're not fully aware, but it doesn't really do you any good unless you're the host of a hangout. Thanks to Chris Truthseeker underneath this video. Link is still in the description for his list that is going to be updated from time to time. So if you would like to host a hangout and pre-block the majority, or not the majority, but a good amount of the already set up troll accounts, by all means utilize that list provided by Chris the Truthseeker.
It was good of him to do that, to take the, I'm sure, quite a bit of time to put that together.
Yeah.
And yes, I've got that.
Yeah. The amount of, you know, just say it takes, by the time he goes through, spots the troll in text, opens up, go to channel, and then personally blocks them, then copies the URL, then goes over and pastes it in whatever he's utilizing to make his list, and then come back to text. Yeah, there has to be a lot of it to it. You know, Jim Panda, my Skype is open right now with an open invitation for respectful chat. No, you run from that. You run from that. You know why you run from that? Because you know I won't allow you to play the sleight of hand. I won't allow you to make me look up in the sky when I'm talking about what's underneath my feet. I won't allow you to have the beginning of your sentence interrupt the middle of my sentence. I don't want to do it to you. But when you people are in here under the previous formats, I would do it to you. Because it was my only form of a defense. I don't need that no more. Nice when you really know how to run a production where you have control over certain channels. And you know I have a separate control over that Skype channel versus the Hangout channel that you are not shared the link with. But with Skype, you can get on the Hangout. See, now you can't even misdirect me to restart a hangout, but you're still welcome on the show. Because I know when your MO, your motive of operation exposes itself, it's easily dismissed. Another one of your interrupting tools eliminated. As I go through and simply remove each one of your little tricks from your bag. Last one you got left, thumbs up, thumbs down. But guess what? If I want to, I can turn them off too. I can turn them off. But to prove I don't care about the thumbs up, and the thumbs down, I leave them on. Only I got control over that, Jim Panda. Not you. Only I got control over that. And if it bothered me, if your guys' stupid thumbs down bothered me, they would have already been shut off. Do you have a chat log, Hellbilly? Some new troll socks here today. Yeah, you can go back and rewatch the, pause it and watch the Hangout. And I was displaying text in the Hangout. Maybe I need to display it bigger for you guys. I don't know. Maybe I need to display it bigger. Boy, Reagan still got my hair messed up. I forgot. Yep. Ad blocker on, thumbs down, good to go. NASCAR driver, boy, I can only imagine that's a new troll name after talking about it. Which one are you? Crybaby Jeff Stewart? Well, he retired. Why don't you retire there, troll? Or Tony Stewart, I meant to say. Tony Stewart. He retired. Bet we could talk about which driver are you? Crybaby Jeff Gordon? He retired too. Boy, them guys were some crybabies too. Rubbin was racing as long as they was the one rubbing and not getting rubbed. Safe following distance in a NASCAR race, bumper to bumper. As long as you're going down straightaway. Welcome back, Dave.
Sorry if I made a bunch of noise.
Nah, you're cool, man. You're cool. God forbid that a car door would make a noise when you'd shut it or open it. Make you climb in your window next time. Be a little bit more quiet getting in your car. Climb in your window.
Shit. Alright, here we go. You say you're going about another half hour or so, Scott?
Yeah, I'm going to go till noon. I said it earlier. I'm going to go till noon.
Alright. Probably got like a 30-minute trip here. So
yeah, well, we got 40
you
minutes
worked
left. We got 40 minutes left of the video, or the Hangout, so there you go.
Don't report any chemtrails in the sky on a Sunday. I guess they ground the planes on Sunday, maybe. Just speculation.
Shoot me. Sorry, James. Just now seeing. I need to turn sound notifications back on Skype. At 10:30, he asked for a link, and here it is, 11:23, and he's just now getting it. He probably left already. Need to turn sound notifications back on. I'm so used from the Sheldon Cooper group, always seeing notifications that there's new messages, so I don't really pay attention to it that much.
Hillbilly.
Yeah.
Jimbo in the chat there's wanting
that's
you
right.
to add him.
I just gave him a link in Skype. Thank you.
Very good.
I like it when Jim comes on, man. He talks about physical aspects that cannot be debunked. Wonder why the trolls don't troll him. I mean, he states facts. That's the only qualification for a troll to troll you. You have to state facts. I've never seen Kevin Harvick cry, so if you ask that after I made the crying statement there, Hawk Flat, I can't, you'd have to give me an example of it. I like Kevin Harvick. I like Kevin Harvick. Martin Truex Jr. Main reason why I like Kevin Harvick is because the way he was discovered by Dale Earnhardt Sr. and told Richard Children, if you don't build that man a car and put him on your team, I will. Boy, did that ever come true. Dale Earnhardt Sr. recognized the driving skills that Harvick's got. As his track record proves over the last couple of years, that's not coincidence. Welcome to the show, Jimbo.
Good morning.
Always nice to hear from my northern neighbor.
What's up, Jimbo?
Well, I think, you know, sometimes for, you know, demonstrating curve and stuff, you know, reverse engineering a little bit, you know, I look at it this way. I can drive 100 miles down a straight flat road. 100 miles should be a mile of curve. Well, Colorado, Denver is the mile-high city. Change that curve to a slope, a ramp. Make a ramp that runs from the top of, you know, Denver, 100 miles out till it reaches wherever, you know, this so-called level. Well, if you drove 100 miles and you actually were pointed downward, because wherever you are on a ball, you start walking, you should be walking down. So with 100 miles of flat driving, you should feel like you drove down 1 mile of hill. You don't get that effect ever. And I've driven lots of prairies. Look, South Carolina, they call it the low country. The increment, the slope from the Piedmont to the Atlantic Ocean is 1 inch per mile. In fact, there's all kinds of studies on the flora and fauna that change with every inch of elevation. So how come South Carolina from the Piedmont to the coast can have 1 inch per mile and not 8 inches per mile squared? It's all low country there. Swamps like the Salkehatchie run 30 miles inland. The tidal change, when the tides rise and fall, they go 30 miles inward towards Yemassee, from Beaufort, up the Salkehatchie. I mean, that's a flat state. Florida's flat. You go all up the coast there, I don't care where you go, it's flat. I mean, like I say, how many of us have driven 100 miles on a flat road, on a prairie road, on your basic road?
I do it all the time.
Do it all the time. Do you feel when you drive a east-west 100 miles that you're either going uphill or downhill 1 mile, 5,800 feet in that 100-mile stretch? If you're on a ball, you always have to, whenever you move, go downward. It's a law.
And that wouldn't be necessarily mandated by a direction. It's mandated by a straight line. You can do it
any direction, yeah.
From south to north, as long as it's that straight line.
But I've driven 100 miles, I don't know how many times. In fact, more. You go from here to Toronto, Jesus, find a hill or a mountain, good luck. It's flat. You know, what do they call the Niagara area? The Niagara Delta? You know, why do they call drainage basins basins? A basin has to be sort of bowl-shaped or container-shaped. I've never seen well, let's face it, people don't eat with their plates upside down on the table or on the bottom of their soup bowls. Face down. But anyway, it's just a comparison. Like I say, I know I've driven, and look, from Montreal to the Atlantic Ocean at the Gaspé, it's over 550 miles. Well, I drove that a whole lot, and I mean, that'd be more than a mile of curve. It'd be 3 miles of curve downhill or something. It's just preposterous. The entire notion that everywhere you move, you're going downhill. Every time you turn around, you're going down a curve of 8 inches per mile squared is just ludicrous. Like I say, if you had a 100-mile stretch of road to drive and it's flat, well, it's flat. That's all there is to it. If it was a ball and curved, well, you'd notice driving down 5,800 feet. It'd be impossible not to. So just, you know, a lot of the things that tell us the world is flat is, you know, under our wheels and under our feet and in front of our nose. You know, I don't know how to drive 100 miles of prairie road and feel like I'm going downhill a mile. It'd take a damn fine imagination to do that. It's like planes. If there were that much curve, planes fly straight and level. They call it straight and level flying when they train you. Well, I mean, straight and level is not arcing over and dipping your nose down, you know, continuously because you're flying around a ball. You know? It's like that motorcycle on the inside of the cage going round and round or something. Just put it on the outside of the cage. Good luck. It just don't happen.
Well, that's one I was pointing out to a buddy of mine that was here the other day, and he's not really opinionated one way or another, but I happen to have that video going about Bill Nye at the time, to where he was talking about its gravity allows water to accumulate on Earth. Then he poured water into like a big scientific beacon as he did that. And I simply asked myself, or asked my friend, now water is on the outside of Earth as far as oceans, lakes, streams, and rivers. So as he tried to give his visual demonstration, why didn't he pour the water on the outside of the beacon and says that it collects? Can't be reproduced. The container matters. The container matters when we look at, or the container shows the true shape, I should say. Getting misworded today.
Yeah. Like gravity, air is a fluid. You can't expect carbon dioxide in a fish tank to hold up a quarter that you drop in it. Why would you expect the air, which is the same, a gas, as carbon dioxide, to hold up a stone, a penny, you, or anything else with mass? You know, the notion of air being anything but a liquid or a superfluid, you know, removes the possibility of actual coherent approach to, you know, dismissing gravity as a reality. I mean, that fallacy's, it's gone. I mean, if you look at things by mass and volume, then it's not gravity. And again, we know the Earth is stationary and non-moving. So when a body is at rest, it stays at rest till a force acts upon it. When you get a dildo like Tyson who grabs a poor innocent microphone off the table and stands up and shakes with it and then drops the poor thing to the ground, well, what he seems to forget as a physicist is that that microphone was a body at rest. He gave it potential energy, held it in midair over a superfluid, a gas that could not support it, and dropped it and accused gravity, a non-existent being, of being the culprit that pulled it downward. He's a freaking idiot. But anyway, that's what they teach people. I mean, again, like light, light, if you want to really get to the core of our environment and what we see as light emitted from objects, look up atomic absorption spectrometers and read a bit about them, and then you understand how light really works. Energy hits atoms and surfaces, or whatever the case may be, air, molecules. It absorbs the energy, it raises the electron from a lower potential, a lower orbital, to a higher one. And then, in a split second, the energy is lost, and it shoots back down to its original stable orbit. When the electron jumps back down one layer or more, it gives off light. Light is secondary emission from things absorbing energy and then giving it back off. But again, I mean, things have been simplified with half-truths in it, and distorted, with no truths. But so be it, Like I say, with the formula for acceleration from free fall, the formula is 32 feet per second squared till terminal velocity for the object is reached.
Minus atmosphere.
The word gravity doesn't come up in there. And pi, it's a nice number, but when a formula calls for 2 pi, that's a different constant. That's 6.283, not 3.414. You got to use it. See, what people don't understand about pi, it's the protracted value of a full circle, a full circumference. It's 180 degrees. Pi was made for working with protractors. All you have to do to get a full circle from a half a circle is double it.
Would you agree that
Hence 2 pi.
you forgot one? Would you agree that you forgot one equation in the rate of free fall, and that's minus atmospheric pressure? That's superfluid.
Well, yeah, the resistance on the object, depending on its shape and even density, can affect the speed of the free fall and its terminal velocity.
Yeah.
Like a ping pong ball won't fall as fast as a golf ball.
So it goes to show that nowhere in the formula is there plus gravitational acceleration, but it's minus atmospheric pressure, the superfluid.
The resistance, yeah. But there's no gravity involved in that equation, and when you teach people a circular math and you don't explain to them that the pi is the protracted value, it's for protractors. Any circle, half of a circle is 180 degrees. You use pi, 3.14 on half a circle. 2 pi is full radius. You double a protractor, you got a full circle.
Yeah.
It's the little things, but it's intentional. Like, how many people go through school and hate math? It's intentional because they make it confusing, they make it so only a few can understand parts of it. And then the rest who have even limited success is just because they only answer the questions they're asked, like civil servants, and don't go beyond. Basically, they're mathematical pairs. They're functional. They're not truly mathematical. Anyway. But like I say, a 100-mile drive on a flat road should tell you the earth is flat. Because if you don't feel like you're driving downhill for 1 mile, over 5,800 feet in your 100-mile drive, then there was no curve you were going down. There was no 8 inches per mile squared. You drove 100 miles flat out. It's flat. Little elevation differences, 50, 100 feet here, whatever, in some roads, little hills and bumps. That's still nothing. And like I say, they from the Piedmont to the coast, the Atlantic coast, the grade in South Carolina is 1 inch per mile on average. That's far, far, far from 8 inches per mile squared. In fact, all of the rivers there are really slow, meandering rivers. They have current, but not that swift. They're not like rushing rapids and other stuff, You can go inner tube and barely do 4 or 5 miles in an afternoon coming down river. It's slow. They're pretty slow. Anyway, it's flat. I mean, you get in your car and drive, you know, and 100 miles. If you don't feel a mile of downward motion, there was none.
If you don't feel violation of consistent motion, there was no motion.
You know, a mile high, you know, a mile of curve. That'd be coming down from the top of Denver to, you know, a ground level, if you will. You'd notice. You'd have to notice.
I know.
How could you not notice? Yeah.
When I was trucking over the road, one of the first concepts that I had to overcome is sometimes you can be on a grade coming up to a change of grade and lose aspects visually. Am I going down or am I going up after that continuous motion of that fall happens? But when we look over at our coffee cup and the pitch that it set, the coffee level sets in our coffee cup, that tells us each and every time that you're going downhill or you're going uphill. But like Jim was saying, when you're on a flat and level road, straight flat level road, that cup never tips backwards, or the water coffee level in the cup never goes backwards, indicating you're going down. But I know they get this imaginary excuse. It's being pulled to the center of the globe. Well, if that's the case, the canal in my backyard got such a minute elevational change for miles upon miles upon miles upon miles. It only changes less than an inch of elevation. So why do we got such fast movement on it? Because sometimes the current in it can be faster than the other. There should be no current. If you get to utilize the excuse, it pulls it to the center of the globe. Water should be stationary. Neil deGrasse making the claim at the equator, sea level bulges. I, as an astronomer, very rarely do we talk about.
I'm sorry, I had to chuckle.
Yeah. I, as an astronomer, very rarely do I talk about sea level. But sea level at the equator bulges due to the Earth's spin. Now, he made a statement of cause and effect. His observation of cause and effect. Cause, Earth spin. Effect, water gathers at the equator. There would be no reverse flowing rivers in hemispheres. There would be no northern flowing rivers in the northern hemisphere if that statement was true. Or southern flowing rivers in the southern hemisphere if that statement was true.
Well, he's addressing a group of people that would qualify for Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader?
Yeah.
And lose.
And lose.
That's his audience.
Like I said, all she can do is go on, try to ignore those who willfully ignore. Kind of hard sometimes when they address it to you, but when they won't allow you to do that.
Hey, Hillbilly.
Yeah.
I gotta jump off of here and get ready to go to church, so.
Okay. You have a good day, sir. And once again, thanks.
Same to you. Yeah.
And God bless all.
All right.
All
See
yours.
you later.
Bye.
Bye. Jim leave too?
No, I'm still here.
Okay. For some reason you don't show up at the bottom. All I see at the bottom is my icon. I see your icon in the center, but I don't see your icon at the bottom. what would be your suggestion if you was to host a hangout? How would you think you would handle the trolls? Not acknowledge them and just let the mods keep
Well, you know, what I would do is I try to structure them, format them, and keep them shorter. And if they pop up, you know, well, even regular, the trolls would be able to, you know, find them out. But that doesn't really matter, you know. The trolls, let them do what they do and just deal with them as best you can. And don't let it take your eye off the prize, off the focus, off the education, off the information. I'd run a hangout that was theme-based and you know, formulated for, you know, either half an hour or an hour in length. Because, again, when it comes to making all this work, people are making 8-hour hangouts, and that's cool. But I, for one, and I know a lot of people, I'm not everybody, but I don't go back and look at these 8 hours of, you know, hangouts. I'll go take a half an hour segment someone's pulled out or do whatever, go look at, you know, things that are more focused. And it's one of the things I think that's slowing down the information and the expansion of the knowledge and basically the truth, is that these hangouts are often too long and don't get reviewed and stuff. And too many themes are covered in too long a period. It's sort of discoherent in that way. If there were shorter hangouts with more focus, they'd have, you know, more shorter videos up. Again, like I'd rather click on a half-hour video with some, you know, focused information to watch than ever try to go through an 8-hour hangout and, you know, stamp stuff and extract stuff from it. I can't do that.
Yeah.
Where if things are shorter, you can get more focus, you know. The trolls, legally, I mean, you know, I have to obey laws, so do you. They should too. Look, if Google and YouTube are allowing these trolls, because again, these are state agencies.
Yeah.
I don't kid myself on this. And like I say, any of these organizations, whether these are the troll-based ones or whatever, they are managed like businesses. Companies that manage these businesses are like the CIA company called OpenText. OpenText buys up chat software, the most important chat software on earth, and own it. One of them was called OpenText, and thus they named their company after that software. So they like to control chats and chat software. JPL likes to control and protect their interests in millions of dollars a day. So between JPL, OpenText, and a few other companies, and I guess one of them must have a heart in Colorado somewhere, Indian, but they do a good job and a professional job of throwing a monkey wrench into people doing what, you know, people in the flat earth community and truth community are trying to do. You know, and they're not alone in it. I mean, when it comes to business, companies will pay trolls to sabotage the competition and stuff. So it's not like a new science or something. But these trolls are supported by the state, by the CIA, by, you know, OpenText, by Time Warner, by all these mega buck financials. And as long as they have the support and the endorsement and the, you know, covert pass from YouTube and, you know, Gmail and Google and whatever, they're not going to change. We're probably not going to be able to stop them permanently. Again, the big thing is ignoring is a very powerful tool, and don't let them take your eyes off the focus of what needs to be done, which is really an education campaign. You know, it's more accuracy, more precision, and again, people's time and other things have to be considered. Like I say, 8-hour hangouts, there are dozens and hundreds of them up there, and I don't think I've ever clicked on one to go back and recoup any information from them, you know.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know how. I think shorter videos get more views. So it's like Dirt was doing. He was doing real short videos that, you know, focused and got more hits that way, and, you know.
I know there's been times I wish that I had a more detailed record of my own hangouts. A month later, I would like to have a statement that I know was said in a previous hangout. But being that they are so lengthy and the titles are not really truly specific to subject matter, I don't know what hangout it was or even what particular week it was, so it's just not worth the effort.
That's it, and they add up fast. That's a lot of hours of video and film to go through.
Yeah.
And sometimes because it's so condensed, if you try skipping ahead, you're skipping ahead 10 minutes, 8 minutes, whatever.
Yeah.
You can't, refine your search real good on an 8-hour tape,
I agree. I 100% agree.
And even I have software, a lot of it doesn't want to open an 8-hour video. Even Blender refuses on some of them. It has a great timeline editor. It's not supposed to have any limit but your memory, but it can't open some of the 8-hour videos, and I don't know why.
Yeah.
So, real long stuff. Just, it's limitations, most video editors won't be editing a full 8-hour movie, let's face it. The cinema movies and stuff are like 90 minutes in the theater and stuff, so it's probably wasn't designed to handle that much, but that's another story. Yeah, like I say, these companies, like when I speak about open text, it's because it's not just in this last 2 years that the flat earth stuff and the trolls have been an issue. I've known about open text for probably 15 years or more. They bought up a software called Palace Chat. The Palace Chat was bought up by Time Warner. It was the biggest thing on the internet for chat. It was sort of a Dungeons and Dragon 2D visual chat group. It was really special. You could make your own rooms, set up your own servers. You had wizards and gods and stuff too as monitors or admins and stuff. It was really a pretty good thing until Time Warner bought it out. And then again, the software that it was predicated on or based upon was a software called OpenText. OpenText is still used a lot in the chat box you see at the side of Google Hangouts. In all likelihood, it's highly coded with OpenText. OpenText is a CIA company that buys up all the best software for chats and communications that they can. And then they get to have their back doors in it, ability to put hacks for their trolls and their shills and whatever. And that's the situation we face, It won't change. They hold most of the cards. But, it's very hard to keep the truth down. You can't. The harder they try, the less efficient it is for them. It makes them look bad even in the eyes of other, globe believers and heliocentrics in many cases. I'd almost be ashamed to say, I believe in the spinning ball earth, but does that mean I have to support some of these trolls and their filthy language and their, sort of hostile attacks that are uncivilized, unsocial, and were they really brought up like that, these people? You got to figure some people have so much to lose because some of their fantasies were boinking green alien women and stuff and taking spaceship rides with, astronautesses where they might finally get some sex because there are only 2 people on the ship. But, once all your fantasy and dreams and, and the pain that you have for not being able to live those fantasies is gone, the truth is a better place. Reality is a better place. Even if you're living in your own reality, it's better than living in another man's fiction.
I agree.
Gotta make a tea.
My reality is that I'll rely on facts to determine what my reality is. Shout out to Cat Eyes, Avail, Mrs. Tesla's Apple, Mr. Tesla's Apple. Let me get busy here throwing a few more wrenches through the room. If you're a tall individual, please duck, because when I throw wrenches, I literally throw wrenches. So get over here. Nah. Ain't that right, trolls? Who done? Oh, miss. How come I'm not seeing you wrenched up on one program, but I'm seeing you wrenched? Oh, that's Mr. versus Mrs. That's what it was. Mr. versus Mrs. Texas scroll jumping. There we go. Let's see who else is out there. This way it's easy to spot who's new. Easy. And since I allow open whack a troll, and the trolls can't even see who's whacking them anymore, they know they're getting whacked. See anybody else out there besides Mr. Tesla? Oop. Wow! Check that out. A big wheel bike with a world map for a front wheel. That's sharp. Where'd that come from? Is that a picture of an actual bike made? Or did somebody draw that? That almost looked like a picture.
That's a drawing. That's a silkscreen
Yeah.
to print on a t-shirt later. This is one of the shirts I'm going to print.
Oh, yeah?
Flatter shirt, basically. But subtle. It's a little more subtle. It has the continents and stuff. I don't know if you can see it well.
Hey, what kind of deal do you get?
It's for a shirt.
What kind of, because I'm at Cafe Express making shirts now. Well, not literally now, but
oh, yeah?
I got my account started already, and I got a couple shirts already, but I'm waiting until I get a bunch of it. Then I'm going to pass out the link. How much do you charge to print, or have to pay?
Well,
sure.
I charge $7 for one color prints.
One color prints.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
It's $7 per shirt to put artwork on it.
Okay, now what happens when you get into multi-colors then?
Then you're charging more. I'm getting a 4-color press eventually, a 4-color registry.
Yeah.
And, well, it'd be about $12 a shirt, maybe a little less if they need a good bunch. I want to do basically custom orders for people, small businesses that don't buy enough that a big silk screener will, burn and do the work. 20 shirts, I can make money. A big company really can't off 20 shirts. They want to do a few hundred or more. So here there's a lot of potential customers and clients with small businesses, 10 to 20 people. And a lot of places, they simply don't have their shirts because they don't have a big enough order that, screeners are interested.
Yeah.
But, I don't have a lot of overhead, so I can do 20 or 50 shirts and not lose money. I don't have someone to pay, $100 a day and taxes and other stuff,
So how much does it cost, say, shipped a single shirt then?
I don't ship. I'm doing totally local customers right now.
Oh.
I can get my shirts, and I will be ordering. I get $2 to $2.50 per t-shirt, any size, and pretty much any mark or brand. I want like Stanfield's or Fruit of the Loom or any brand. There's a bulk supplier in Montreal, and the prices range from $2 to $2.50 for the extra large and XXX large. But that's on minimum orders for free delivery are $500. So I'd have to buy basically a couple hundred shirts in one shot, mixed sizes, a few colors, and otherwise the customers provide their shirts.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it'd be a
And
slight startup cost, but once you got
yeah.
the inventory, you can just keep on rotating. As you sell a shirt, you got money to replace the shirt for the next print.
Well, give me a sec. I'll show you a few other screens of art. Just a sec.
That looks like art in front of me, even though it's got to turn my head. That's God's art there, people. Avail. I don't know what our time difference is between yourself and me. I'm forgetting where you live. I want to say we're in the same time zone. But if you're free from a certain time that I'll tell you, now this is evening time, I'd sure like to be a mod in a different hangout, different type of a hangout I'm going to have. So I'll be sending a link to the channel for that, all right?
I got, I'm going to do some native art. This is Inuit art, basically.
Now, you
Just,
ain't out money to make up that silk screen, what do they call it, a plate?
It's just a wooden frame with almost like a pair of nylon stretched out in front of it.
Okay, so you ain't out much to make that?
No, well, the frames are a bit expensive, but you can reuse them. Frames, you're best to buy aluminum frames. They cost about the same as a wooden frame, but they're about $30 a frame. But if you treat them well, they last for years, you know.
So you can erase that and put something on it real pretty easy, is it all?
Exactly.
Now,
there's a screen cleaner that gets the emulsion off, and so I'm going to do a few lines, including a flat earth line, but that won't be the most important one because, again, that's a harder sell unless they're sort of subtle like this one is. It looks like just a nice bike on a old-fashioned bike on a wheel, whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm getting into some production. Like I say, once you're breaking up totally, Hillbilly.
I ain't talking.
Oh.
I'm listening.
Oh, I heard some noises. I thought you were talking.
Oh, no. Breathing machine's the only thing I heard besides you. The oxygen machine.
But yeah, once I have the press and, gallons of ink actually, because it's cheaper to, have some volume, Like right now I'm paying $8 for about 8 ounces of screen cleaner. But, for $50 I get a concentrate that can make a 45-gallon drum of this stuff,
Oh, yeah.
So basically in the industrial park in Montreal, there's a place on Bar Street that I know that actually sells a bunch of silkscreen stuff, and they have a great concentrate for silkscreener there. It's about $60 for the bottle, but that bottle, like I say, I don't think I'll ever run out, It's the concentrate, but again, now I'm paying $8 an ounce for this stuff, and it should be pennies.
Do you have a PayPal account?
Pardon me?
Do you have a PayPal account?
No, I really don't like PayPal very much. Today, what I do with people that, even customers, either, check or invoice them, or some of them pay direct, like by ePay, where they can send it directly to my email. And then I click on the link and it goes to my bank account and I accept the deposit. So I don't need PayPal to do business, and I won't be using PayPal. They just charge too much. The service I get is $1 per transaction. So even if I'm doing taking $1,000 from a customer or something, it only costs $1. Not a percentage. It's e-money. It's most banks have it now. Europe and North America. You don't need to deal with eBay or PayPal.
Oh, yeah. So it's something.
They're rip-offs. Damn rip-offs, man.
Something you set up with your bank.
Yeah, absolutely. And some banks don't even charge you for the or the email transfer of money or payments. Some banks it's free, and I'm looking at trying to. I've been with my bank since I was 16 years old, and they froze a check on me last week.
Oh yeah.
And I've never given NSF checks or anything like that. I'm very disciplined, and who wants to pay a NSF, non-sufficient funds, But I sort of I understand there are rules and stuff, but there's track history too. I don't get bad checks from customers. There's money behind them, and I really don't appreciate that 5-day hold, So anyway, that's just another story. I'm actually hunting for another bank to deal with.
Yeah.
And I might go because I already have some stuff with the RCB, the Royal Canadian Bank there. So I might go with them for normal citizens account and stuff. Banks are bullies. Banks will let a check stand until your money goes below the amount to cover it, then pass it and charge you the NSF.
Yeah. My sister got beat up
Oh.
and kept continuously using that. I couldn't figure that out. She had check protection, and then she's paying the fees and talking about, oh, it's okay, I got check protection. No, it's not. That's why you have to throw $100 out this month for your check protection. If you would have had the actual money, there'd been $100 you would have had for something else. Therefore, you wouldn't need check protection.
Yeah, sometimes it's good to, with people, and especially me too, everybody, I used to not really know the difference between what I want and what I actually need.
Yeah.
And that cost me a lot. There's a big difference in wanting something and actually needing it. How many of us have stuff in a closet or a shed that it's been there for 8 months and we haven't touched it, and it costs us, a few $100s? How many people say, oh, I'm going to start camping, and they buy a couple $100s in camping gear. They go once, if they even go at all, and then that gear just sits there for sometimes decades. I mean, there are people down south, people would buy boats. I mean, they're inland a bit. It's something to pin up your trailer and haul your boat to the water and put it in the water, go fishing, get back home, do whatever. A lot of these boats, like down south, they've been at the tree line, 30 miles from the coast, and they see the water once every 5 years, maybe if they're lucky. Hell, some of them just dry rot where they are in the woods and in the fields.
Yeah.
Parked. So, sometimes it feels right. It would feel good to have it. It looks good. It's advertised well. Everyone's having fun, and it's just another piece of garbage. The real values in this world are not in the material. Never have been. They're fun, they're toys, they're this, they're that, they're whatever, but they have no real value except amusement value, novelty value, really. It's like money. Money has no real value except as a tool. And it's supposed to be a tool. You use it to get things. I like it because it allows me to get the things I need to create and develop. I like art. I like to be able to produce art and stuff. There's some things that I like. So it does take some money for that, but the money itself is just a tool. I wish I had more, but not to have more money, just to have more tools to do stuff. But there are people who love money like it's a person, a dog, or a cat, That's a bit of a problem too. But that's to each his own, I guess. But I get some of these printed and sold, and I'll be out of my rather tight finances now. I've been squeaking by, and I've taken time out of my real life with this flat earth stuff, and I'm changing that a bit again. I wound up off air for about a month because of the Bell situation and stuff. Like I say, I paid to get on the internet 3 times this year, and all 3 times I had to pay Bell. It's so funny, but they have a monopoly. It's like
Can you figure can you figure out a way to find out what's the cheapest shipping means for you where you're located, and how much it would cost to ship a particular?
Say a dozen, or
I don't know. How?
Yeah, they should be duty free going across the border, like cosmetics and other stuff. So they should fall under NAFTA, the free trade agreement, meaning no excise on them. Yeah, I can check for the cheapest way to send. Because we normally look to Purolator and FedEx and a few others. But I'll look into that. Again, it's by weight and size usually. Even the post office is sometimes a good way to ship, because it's sometimes cheaper to ship some stuff bulk by the post office than it is by, carrier.
But I'd like to have something that has a tracking number on it in case for if you was shipping to a, where you was going internet sales versus just local sales. So you'd want to make sure that you have a tracking number possibility on the package.
Yeah, Canada Post, UPS, all of them have tracking numbers, Small stuff like, half a dozen shirts sends us packaged post by Canada Post for only a couple of bucks, actually.
Yeah.
Maybe I think $5 you might be able to ship 6 shirts or something like that with the post. I had these scales. They were from 1 to 5 pounds just for the post office. For you put a box on it and it squishes down. It's like a little plastic bridge, if you will. You put your object on it, your package, and if it goes down to the table, you put it on the next one over, and they're plastic scales to estimate the weight for post office shipping. They work though. That's the important thing. But yeah, I can check out some prices and stuff. Here, if I have to buy shirts like direct from a shop or a store, one of the best places here is the Walmart. The same shirts that I would get in Montreal are about $5 a shirt. I could probably make a deal with the Walmart to maybe pick up 20 shirts at $4 or $3.50 each. But again, most of what I saw there yesterday, they had grays, whites, and blacks. They didn't have much summer colors or anything like that going.
Yeah, how easy is it to make one of them screens? Somebody could just send you a photo and you can make it out of the photo, or what? Or an image?
You have to convert it to line art or half-tone art, they call it.
Half-tone
to silk screen or print that way. It can be, and if you have photos that you want on shirts and stuff, there are transfers, but the transfers run about $3 per acetate or per sheet. But you can transfer a real photo onto them and then onto a shirt.
Yeah, I'd sure like to know how much it costs to get a couple of them started anyways, though.
I think I lost your audio, Hillbilly. You sound a million miles away.
I said, Dave's got...
Can you hear me, James?
You're perfect, Dave.
Yeah, you're
all right.
His road nice.
I got back just for the end of the hangout, didn't I? You still going, Scott?
Yeah, still going 10 minutes over where I said I was going to go.
My phone overheated, so sorry if I'm interrupting everybody.
No problem. Can you hear me now?
Finishing up the drive here.
Can you hear me
It's
now?
a lithium battery. You may need to throw it in the field and watch the nuclear explosion as you drive away.
That'd be cool, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that was one of my favorite scenes in a movie in a long time, where I guess it's Schwarzenegger as the Terminator in one of the second or third films there. He gets shot in the chest and he pulls out this battery, his lithium power pack or something, and chucks it out the window.
Yeah.
And then it just blows up in the field there. That was cute.
Oh, Hawk Flat, like I said, I already had intention of doing shirts. I went to Cafe Express. Go there and check it out. You can make up shirts, and they print them up on order. But boy, they sure get a lot of money out of it. Where by the time you put your markup on it, you're up to $20 a shirt, or anyways.
Yeah, you know, for anyone to make any money, the production and the costs have to be a little lower. You can't pay $20 for a shirt and hope to sell it and make any money. You know?
Can't everybody be Walmart where you can afford to buy a million at a time, so you can get them for pennies on the dollar neither. That's why I hate about these new marijuana laws. We see them passing, like my state's a prime example of the licensing fee. They got the licensing fee so astronomical, only the bigger corporations are going to be able to afford to do.
Hillbilly, I'm going to take a minute to check the Hangout, see if I can hear you on the watch page, because you're a million miles away here. I can't
hear him at all. I can barely hear him at all.
How about now?
Oh, now you're good.
Yeah, now you're back.
Yeah.
Alright. Anyways, that's
just talking about t-shirts.
Yeah, most of the places we can't afford to be the the Walmarts to where we can buy them for pennies on the dollar. And,
right.
Yeah. So, can't. Hey, Mrs. Hellboy just grabbed my attention. I promised her I'd be done by noon. I gotta quit.
You're a million miles away again, Hillbilly.
You went back to garbled for me, sorry.
Mrs. Hillbilly. Mrs.
Hey, my name is Paul. I'm here. Thank you.
Sergey.
Good morning, Sergey.
Ah, he just jumped on when I was going to quit, too.
Live from northern Russia, it's Sergey.
Nice to see you all guys and Hillbilly.
You too, Sergey.
Well, it's good, man. Good to hear from you.
What the heck happened to my audio?
Can hear you now.
Alright.
Yeah, you're good where you're at, so don't touch nothing right now.
I think I might have a short in my wire. The one thing I know is I set my coffee cup down, and sometimes it does bump my mic wire.
Huh. I know, it was like you just went down in a cave or something for a little while. You fine now, though.
Okay. It must be that wire, because I did set my coffee cup down by the time you guys said that. I'm going to get one of those 3.5 or USB 3 jack adapters. You ever see them? Got them on eBay for like $4 a piece. That way I can get away from these 3.5 plugs and being right there anyways. But anyways, Mrs. Hillbilly's getting after me to shut her down, man. I promised her I'd be done by noon, okay? And
oh, you're good whenever you got to shut it down.
Yeah, James, I want to check into that ePay. Jimbo?
Not a problem.
Yeah. And you
anything I can do if it's affordable and works, and
yeah, and you check into the shipping.
People can make something out of it. I'm game for it.
The shipping fee and the cheapest you can buy your raw material for. So you can make it affordable to do. I mean. Well,
yeah, all I really need is the artwork and the orders.
Yeah. And can you convert JPEGs? Do you got a website that does it? Because if not, I know a website that does do it in one aspect.
Yeah, we're gonna have to talk about this when you got good audio, Hillbilly, because this is, or maybe even on Skype in a chat or something, because your audio is horrendous today.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going in and out again. So.
Well, I didn't move my coffee cup that time. Let me try something.
You're a little better now.
Alright, let me set up closer. I was setting back quite a ways. There, that ain't better.
Better.
I'll let y'all finish up here. I'm gonna shut up.
Yeah.
Good hearing from everybody.
Yeah. Am I muting with the audio, background audio, Dave?
You're good now for me.
Alright. Mrs. Hillbilly's calling me off. I'm going to go ahead and end it for a day. We're going to be at the hospital all morning tomorrow morning, so don't look for me tomorrow morning because you'll be disappointed. Trolls probably won't, but I won't be here until at least afternoon. Other than that, I'll see you guys next time I see you. I want to thank everybody who come on. See if I can remember Dave, Jimbo, Vinny P, Sergey. Vinny P, thanks for setting up that Link dispensary. I'll have to get busy adding some people to that. And see you guys next time, alright? And thanks a lot for the good conversation, Jim. Once again,
you all be well and have a great, great day. And see you on the flip side. Peace.
And once again, it come that time. A shout out to everybody in Texas, and I am the Political Hillbilly. Today is July 16, 2017. Now it's time to say goodbye to Hillbilly and his friends. They would like to thank you folks for kindly dropping in. You're all invited back next week to this locality to have a heaping helping of truth and reality. Reality is, people, we live on a flat plane. That's the facts.